Address the issue of competition in the South African landscape. Cell C and Telkom coordinating their efforts around 3G. Does that provide a problem for you down the line?
We've never been afraid of competition. Competition is definitely good. If there's good competition, the regulator won't have to come and talk with us all the time, because it's all about competition. Competition should drive the prices down, and it will keep us on our toes. So Telkom, Cell C's been here a while. I welcome that they come and join us in this, because in the end it will benefit everybody.
Coming back to broadband issues in South Africa and your desire to change the face of the African continent by providing that access to broadband, when do you think consumers are going to see prices coming down dramatically and putting us more in line with the international environment?
The first thing is, one of the things is international bandwidth. We've taken the first step, but we are still very much dependent on the West Coast. A week ago we saw the West Coast links go down, and that's an issue. We can't afford that if we want to be a first world player. So it's important that we get this link up the West Coast, and we're working hard with the others to do that. But we have moved. We haven't moved enough. So you will see smarter tariffing structures come out around data. If you just look at what happened in the mobile space, when we started with mobile, we were one of the first to launch 3G into the world. And I'm just comparing ourselves now to the Vodafone world. And we took the lead. We started off with a very high tariff. It wasn't good. It was not going to make a difference. So we dropped the tariff to be competing with the mobiles, with the fixed line operator. And that introduced competition. So then they move, we move, and in the end it's competition. But I strongly believe good broadband access to the masses will make a difference. So we've introduced it. We need to bring down the price of PCs. We need to bring better devices into the country so that you can do more with your phone, because everybody won't have a PC. But I promise you, the phones that are coming in the future, they can do a lot more. You can do email, you can do e-commerce, you can browse the internet. These are really wonderful things coming.
As CEO of Vodacom, your plate is certainly full. How do you find balance in life?
Balance is very important. I've realized that from the early days. If you just all work, no play, makes Jack a dull boy, and I've always believed that. So I do different things. I, first of all, enjoy my family. I've got 2 kids and a wife.
How do you allocate time? Because that seems to be the key problem with most people in high-profile positions. Do you get up very early?
Yeah, you have to force yourself. You have to find time for yourself. So my time for myself is on my, I do a lot of cycling. So I like to do the Argus, I like to go out on the weekend and just enjoy nature on my bicycle. But then you also have to do things with your children, with your wife, and you just have to force yourself to find time. Yeah.
So it is possible to get the balance. Do you believe that?
It takes, you have to make that commitment to yourself that I will do it, and it is possible then.
What do you aspire to achieve in the next phase of your life as CEO?
I've always wanted to make a difference to people's lives. So I'm the CEO of Vodacom now, and I believe Vodacom still has a lot to offer our employees, our customers, and the country and the continent. And it's to map out that direction that we can move on to this next step, where we can make a big difference to everybody's life in Africa. There's still a lot of people that are living in very poor conditions across the continent that are not connected. It would be nice to one day have, the penetration in South Africa is good, but there's a lot more work that we can do even in South Africa to get everybody, the schools, the children, all connected to the internet, and that will make a difference.
Are you confident that you've clearly set the direction of the Vodacom Group and that you've appropriately communicated that to, as you said earlier, your Vodacom employees?
So first of all, strategy, it's not about a long-term strategy. You must know where you're going, but things are changing so fast. Technology developments are happening very fast. So you can look into the future, but you might be completely wrong. That's why you have to be agile. So I'm first of all trying to make the company agile so that whatever happens, competition, regulation, technology, that we are able to move quickly. And the strategy, yes, we know where we want to take the ship to. There is still growth left. We know we have to move out of voice. It can't just be in voice. We need to do the other things because it'll overtake us. I know that I have to continue to develop the people in Vodacom because on my own I can't do it. Bring the team with me. And yeah, it's all about communication. So take the people with, communicate internally and externally of where we're going.
Is this a long-term commitment for you, your position at Vodacom?
I'll be there as long as the shareholders want me to be there. I'm enjoying it. I've always loved telecommunications because we can really make a difference to the world. So as long as I can make a difference, I will be motivated to come to work in the morning. And as long as I can make a change.
Is there anything at the moment that keeps you awake at night?
Oh, there are lots of things happening around you that takes your eye off the ball. Things that are not necessarily directly about growing the company, executing on the strategy, and you have to deal with it. And some of these matters, we mentioned some of them earlier on, some of these matters are, I would say, unnecessary, but it takes up your time. You can't just ignore it. So I would like to move on so that we can make a real difference. Then, yeah, I need to find the balance. I need to continue to look after my health. And also send that message into the companies. So it's not just about my health. I want the rest of the company to also want to be healthy employees and send that message across to the employees.
Pieter, thank you very much for your time. As always, a pleasure. That was Pieter Uys, CEO of Vodacom. You've been watching Captains of Industry.